Utter dog shit, baby.
Shite show, baby. Anyway, guys, we're here to review AEW All Out 4:30 in the morning. I'd probably rather be actually 10 to 5 in the morning. I'd probably rather be anywhere else but sitting here in front of this laptop. This room feels like 100 degrees, and watching this crap for 4 hours certainly didn't help. So,
Let's kick off the show.
now let's kick off the show.
Myro defeated. What's his name?
Myro, the champion, Rusev, defeated Fat Man Eddie Kingston.
Awful physique.
This guy might have got what PSD for a couple of sprinklers, but flashlights or whatever. But I mean, I get PSD watching this guy's matches. Utter bomb. I mean, Miro beats him with the submission. No, he doesn't actually beat him with a super kick.
Is that what he beat him with?
Super kick. Crap start to the show. I mean, this Eddie Kingston guy just shouldn't really be on any company. Never mind that. I mean, you pay £20 to watch fucking Eddie Kingston? I don't think so. Poor man's Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston's shit. Right, moving on.
That's what was next.
It was good question.
Was it the steel cage match?
Nah, there's something after in between.
Women's match?
Nah,
Britt Baker?
nah, it's a women's match. It was second match
No,
of
it
the
was a
night.
women's battle royal.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Was it? Second match of the night was
I think it was the women's match.
nah, it wasn't the women's match. Talk shite, and I'll shite no DQ.
Second match of the night. John Moxley versus
Some Japanese dude.
and then he beats him, and then another Japanese dude comes out. It's like slopper knocker mode with fucking.
you
comes the pain.
beat one Jap and another one comes. It was like Pearl Harbor, man. It was like the Americans just wiping out the Japs, and one Jap down and another Jap comes out, brother. But
Hulk Hogan loves it.
the only problem is, I mean, in Slopper Knocker, you used to get to about 17 guys. John Moxley could only get past one Jap, and then it was him finding a nail in the coffin. So apparently the guy that came out to beat up Moxley, apparently he's some mega star in Japan, but to me he just looked like some old guy that would serve you food via takeaway. But here, anyway, that's all we've got to take away for that match.
Next up,
Apparently they'll be fighting on Dynamite this week, so
If you
must
care.
watch if
Yes.
you want to see that shit.
next up, Britt Baker defeated Chris Stant.
But actually, when the guy was before the guy came out, GR says, if that's who I think it is, I'm leaving. Making it as if he's I was expecting some big 7-foot fucking.
Well, I had the same kind of energy. Like
Oh.
I'm leaving because it's pish. But
Right, up next we've got Britt Baker, Dr. DM. Well, I don't know why she say. Can someone explain why she's called DMD? I don't get it. Taking on Chris Statlander, the alien. It was like a decent match, I guess, for women. You know, I'm not gonna complain. Just didn't want
I'll
to see
complain. It was fucking shit. There was just jobbers surrounded at ringside.
it.
No, but no gets me. This person's returning with felt like a long injury. They got like fucking zero offense in.
Yeah, they didn't really do much.
It was like 3 finishers in a row and you were beat.
Unbeaten, 21 wins, 0 losses. But she jobbed it tonight. She beat her with a submission move. Didn't tap out on her, just passed out. So that's what it is. Orange Cassidy was at ringside.
Awful.
The guy's supposed to be a big deal, yet he like randomly fucking appeared out of nowhere. You know, at ringside. It's like if you're a star, you'd be noticed at ringside. You know what I mean? You couldn't. Hulk Hogan wouldn't be standing at ringside, and you would just like notice him all of a sudden. You know what I mean? If Hulk Hogan came out to the ring, you'd be like, "Oh fuck, Hulk's just coming
Typhoons be popping through the fucking screen.
in." You know, instead of Orange Cassidy's fucking glasses are just staring at you.
Damn right. Next up, worst match of the night, steel cage match. This was fucking atrocious.
Absolutely, so many. That's so like choreographed, and this reminds me of like Dancing with the Stars when they do a wee move on the dance move on the ice, and you know, they put up a wee sign. I give that like a 5 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. That's literally what this is. It's like choreographed moves, and so the two sets of teams have to do the same fucking moves as well. It's ridiculous. It looks so fucking stupid. It looks so fake. Then there's one point where they were all doing super kicks to each other. They're all doing slaps to each other, punches, and it's like like a fucking playing tag but with super kicks. Then one guy does the Shawn Michaels kip up super kick. There's a shitload of moves, just non-selling, nothing.
Awful.
One big guy gets pile drivered, like a Canadian destroyer off the top rope, and literally the match ain't even over, and he's back on his feet in less than 20 seconds. Then this finish comes, big crossbody off the crossbody off the top of the cage, and the guy in the middle gets right up. I mean, did not even stay down for a second, straight back up. How can you get crossbodied off the top of the cage and not even fucking sell it for a second?
No, but it's not even that.
Unbelievable.
The guy who even does the crossbody, the guy who's jumping 20 odd feet.
Yeah, how do you not sell the impact?
Awful.
Because you
Fucking
can guarantee
-5
if
stars,
Jeff
man.
Hardy fucking hits a big manoeuvre off the top of the ladder or something, or top of the steel cage, he's not going to be right back on his feet delivering a twist of fate.
Nope.
It takes away from like see if you're going to get up fucking instantly after that, right, and do another move, then what is the point of doing the move off the top of the?
I know.
Could that would be like Taker throwing mankind after Hell in a Cell, then quickly jumping down, and mankind's already getting back up and Taker hits him with a chokeslam
And pins him.
you know, what the fucking stupid as fuck. Yeah, and then after the match, we're supposed to believe they're dead, but during the match, they can't even stay down for a second, you know. If you tuned in tonight, didn't know wrestling was fake, after this match, you know it's fake. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Fake,
Next
yeah.
up, Women's Battle Royal. Ruby Riott wins it. We move on. Eliminated Nyla Rose last. Anything else?
I went to I made a cup of tea during this match.
No,
so-
I'll say this is the most jobber-filled fucking match I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And there's
Well,
not much.
actually, no. I watched a TNA Battle Royal about a couple weeks ago, and it was the winner gets a shot at the world title, and nah, that is the most Stephen Kurt Hawkins is the only guy you fucking know in it. Like, I mean,
Oh, aye, because it's not like there was fucking many people better in this.
well, I could name 7 at the first 10 entrants.
I could name.
I can name
one.
you half the people that were in this
I
TNA
could
Battle
name
Royal.
one of them, and they were a man, and it's a women's battle royal. So if that makes
Absolute fucking disaster, right? Ruby Riott wins. People might like. I think the reason she got let go is because she looks too similar to. She looks like a smaller and skinnier version of Rhea
Darby
Ripley.
Allin.
Oh. Right, speaking of Darby Allin, up next.
No,
wait.
no, it's fucking Jericho
Jericho-
defeating MJF.
Jericho's career is on the line, and he looked very fat in this match. So for that reason alone, I thought, you know what, this ain't going to be his last match. I mean, Jericho ain't going to bow out looking fat as fuck, is he? And
Fat as fuck for a while.
I know, but
Well, has he not got the memo yet?
no, he's no. I mean, this was a decent match. It's mad. There was a lot of selling in this match. MJF hits like a powerbomb off the top rope, and he's literally screaming in pain, like Ric Flair WrestleMania 22 pain. You know, selling his back. Whereas he had that tag team steel cage match, and literally not one move was sold.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, at least this I give these guys credit. I thought they put on a pretty. It was good. Like kind of expect better. It wasn't that great, but it was good. You know, best match of the night up until now. First match that actually got me interested, I guess. MJF wins. The whole night they're all. The whole night they were putting over. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but they were putting over the referee Audrey Edwards' positioning, making sure she was in the right position. Then she fails to spot Jericho's foot on the ropes. And then Tony Schiavone says she did everything right, being in the right position to check his shoulders. Obviously not. If she wasn't in the, you need to be in the right position to check the shoulders and to see if there's a foot on the ropes. If you know what I mean, it's like Ric Flair back when Austin fought Taker at Backlash. Ric Flair was in the right position to see Austin's shoulders, but he didn't see Austin's foot on the ropes, and you know what I
That's
mean?
the bottom line. Jericho wins, though,
He got about
guys.
10 stunners for that. So MJF wins. Then restart the match. Some jobber referee says his foot was in the bottom rope. They restart. The match continues for a bit. Jericho gets him in the walls of Jericho. Goes for the lion tamer. Seems like he's too fat to apply it, and just goes straight back to the walls of Jericho, and MJF taps it. So you know Jericho's career continues. Whatever, decent match.
Next up,
We had Andrade backstage.
who gives a fuck? Move
Apparently his
on.
match with Pac's been cancelled.
And move to Friday nights.
So you know.
Aye, we'll talk about Pish. Darby Allin comes out, Sting comes out for 3 seconds and buggers off, decides he can't be fucked.
I mean, what a waste of time getting all the face paint up just to come out for 3 seconds and to the back.
Yep, CM Punk comes out in the worst attire since Shawn Michaels, Survivor Series
Yeah,
2002.
terrible looking attire, just did not suit him. Like fully trouser length, tights. It was like weird. I mean, Punk's always wore shorts, or like shorts, or like the trunks. I mean, now he's wearing fucking, full length tights. Doesn't. Speaking of tights, Darby Allin's wearing like fucking leggings with booty shorts.
Awful.
So I mean, I just don't know how he can't take this guy serious.
Nope. Punk wins though, guys.
I tell you what, it was a decent match, but it wasn't that great. It really wasn't.
Punk's 3 weeks of TV has been fucking lackluster and
And,
cringy.
and now it's like I don't want. We'll spoil. I'm not going to spoil the entrance, right? But I'm not going to spoil the ending. But fucking, it's 5 o'clock, guys. Can barely string a sentence together here. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but there's a guy that comes out in the main event, and I'm not saying he's bigger than Punk, but the fact he's just debuted it, I think kind of takes away from Punk. So Punk having a lackluster 3 weeks, and then this guy just coming in, going into Dynamite. Who's the bigger deal here? To me, it's the guy that main evented.
That's exactly what I said.
I
in
think
our Dynamite review.
I think they should have waited a couple months. I mean, to me, like, I don't know, to have, you know, you get one big guy, like, you know, someone you can
Maybe
consider
debut
big.
Bryan before Punk.
Yeah, no, but to me, I would, for the simple reason, what are you going to do? 2 weeks time, you're going to debut Bray Wyatt?
I know.
To me, I think they should have held off on. You just spoiled it. I guess Daniel Bryan returns, right? Punk wins this
It's
match.
going to be the title of this fucking fed.
So it is.
And it's on the thumbnail.
Punk hits the GTS. Alan falls out the ring. Alan does the cannonball thing. Alan does a coffin splash after the middle rope. Alan is on Punk's shoulders, gets caught trying to go for a pin. Punk GTS beats him.
Right, Punk wins.
Sting comes out. I thought we were going to get something cool, a stare off between Sting and Punk. Maybe, you know, Sting challenges Punk now. We get absolutely nothing. Sting comes out, shakes Punk's hand. Then Punk comes up and helps Darby Allin up, and then Sting carries Allin to the back. I mean, you know, fucking shite again. I thought we could maybe get a heel turn Punk.
Sting
fucking,
maybe turning on Allen or something.
or Sting turning on Punk or something.
I know, nothing. He fucking all.
Or could seen the handshake. Could you not even have got like Sting turns away or something and Punk pulls him back, or the opposite, like Punk goes to walk away and Sting pulls him back. And then we don't get nothing. We get we're all friends today, and I want to help Darby Allin get to the next stage. Well, next stage. Let's get to the next stage of this review.
Yep, Big Show defeats QT Marshall. Not much to say here. Move on.
Apparently, this was supposed to be cut, and I had Big Show on a bet, or Paul White, whatever you want to call him. Paul White comes out, destroys these 3 guys. I didn't know who these 3 guys were before the match, and I sure as hell don't know who they were after the match.
Are they called the Problem or something?
I'll refer to them as the 3 bums that got beat up by Big Show.
A decrepit looking Big Show.
He hit the spear and it was like, fucking hell, man. I've seen some bad spears hitting wrestling, but this one was worse than any spear Caitlyn ever hit, and that pretty much
that
sums that up.
Right, next up, main event. Omega defeats Christian. I felt a fucking very shitty main event.
It was alright. Like, I mean, I can't expect. Tell you what, they were talking about, oh, finally, Christian, you're going to get the 5-star match you wanted. This certainly wasn't it.
This is like I don't see how it gets above a 2.5. It was fucking nothing to it.
I mean, maybe a 3. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess a 3 is like a 6 out of 10, isn't it? I mean, it could maybe get that.
Aye, but they make it this Omega guy. It's fucking.
I don't get it. This was supposed to be a normal match, but there was a couple of table spots as well. You know, Christian spears him through the table. Christian tries to hit an impreter off the top rope, but then Luke Gallows comes down. Fucking bumboy Carl Anderson comes down. Probably busy cheating on his wife in the back, but he had 5 minutes to come out and, you know, look shit on TV as he normally does. The Good Brothers are that good that they can't even get a match on the pay-per-view, so that's... They work for fucking TNA. I mean, fuck me.
That says it all.
No, it's not even TNA. It's Impact Wrestling. Get it right. I mean,
it's fucking Global Force Wrestling.
They wish they fucking worked for TNA. I mean, back in the day.
They're not even a fucking Global Force in Orlando anymore. Man.
No.
They're fucking packed.
Don Callis gets in the ring, distracts Christian. This allows Kenny Omega to hit the one-winged angel. No one's ever kicked out it, so when he hit it off the top rope, probably wasn't. And to be fair, I mean, Kenny Omega's hitting all these fucking knee triggers and all this shite moves that like legit busted Christian open. Yeah, this one-winged angel move looks shit. It looks like the safest move ever. It's like he's literally carrying him and to make sure he gets a safe landing.
I know.
Yeah, all these other moves, he's fucking pure almost killing the guy, hitting him for real. But nah, that can't beat you. Mad. Absolutely mad. Then after the match, Kenny Omega gets in the ring, fucking cuts a terrible promo. He sounds like an absolute goof. Says that he's the best in the world and all this. I thought we were going to get Punk, but nah. But then they get Punk. He says he proved that he's unbeatable, even though he needed help for the Good Brothers and Don Callis.
To beat a 50-year-old guy who was never...
the man, you know.
Nowhere near the man. As great as Christian is.
Yeah, then he says that the only people that could beat him, so straight away he's admitting people can beat him. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, could you imagine if Austin comes out in 99 and says, the only people that could the only people that could beat me for this title work for Turner.
Or are dead, or retired.
You know, so he says the only people that could beat him either aren't here, are retired, or dead. So what do you mean? Oh, Roman Reigns in here, but he definitely beat me. I mean, fucking, I don't even like Roman Reigns, but fuck me, Roman Reigns was killed this guy. Then we get Debut, baby. Adam Cole comes out, and straight away, I knew this wasn't a face Adam Cole, because there's no way that ending a pay-per-view with Adam Cole is the main fucking thing to come out and challenge. They ain't getting a title feud between Adam Cole and Kenny Omega, as bad as this company is. I mean, you've got Punk there, so I just know for a fact that the next feud ain't going to be Adam Cole versus Kenny Omega.
But see, for me, this has already buried him, and I think it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, he comes out, he super kicks Jungle. But oh, by the way, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and that wee 3-foot midget guy come out to try and save Christian after a post-match beatdown. So Adam Cole comes out, hits a super kick on Jungle Boy, teams up with the Elite. They have a big gang bang in the ring, and then the Star Wars theme plays. It's Daniel Bryan. He comes out, crowd are going mental. Yes. At this stage, I'm thinking yes, because I know I'm getting to go to bed soon after I make this review. Daniel Bryan gets in the ring. They have a bit of a face-off. Kenny Omega bolts because he's a big shite bag. There's a big brawl in the middle of the ring. Daniel Bryan hits the running knee on one of the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks are now selling injuries for the match 2 hours after. You know what I mean? Like, what sense did it make? They didn't sell hee-haw during the match, but 2 hours later they're pretending as if they're crippled. Unreal. The show goes off there. You know, a lot of hype. Daniel Bryan, and all of a sudden Daniel Bryan's the guy with all the hype, and Punk's the guy that just came out and smiled at the crowd for 3 weeks and wrestled Darby Allin in a nothing match. And you know, so it's mad.
Yes, it is mad indeed, and it is time to dish out our final rating, brother.
So yeah. By the way, there's some fucking guy in this channel commenting called.
Did you say you want to meet Stone Cold and The Rock, guy? That's what you saying, you said? Well, even if you did, I mean, you'd rather meet those two than any of these fucking cretins.
No, what I say, the guy was on about, like, next time you meet me, don't be asking for an autograph, and I says, if you want to meet anybody for an autograph, it's like the Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, not fucking Carl Anderson, and I stand by that. If I met anybody in a fucking airplane, fucking airport, I'd rather meet those two than Carl Anderson, so I stand corrected. Right, anyway, Daniel Bryan hits the knees.
2 out of 10.
I'll give it a 3. Wait, aye.
No, I'll give it a 2. Fuck.
I'll give it a 3, right? I would have gave it higher if the women's battle royal match wasn't on the show, and I'm taking away a few points for. I'd have probably gave this like a 5 or maybe even a 6, but for the fact that women's battle royal was pish, I'm taking a point away for that, and I'm taking 2 points away for the steel cage right now. I know for a fact people are going to come in and say that steel cage match was the best match on the show, but it wasn't a match, right? It was fucking gymnastics. It was no, it was aye. So
It was the Olympics. It was. That is exactly everything that's wrong with pro wrestling. But anyway, I'll be
pro wrestling, baby.
Till Raw, we might review Raw. Well, we might review SmackDown actually. But until then, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 2.5. Good night.